Well, hello guys, welcome back. Today's the day. We're gonna actually start replacing some parts on the 94 SL600. So let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna remove the power steering tandem pump on this car today. This pump does both the power steering and the ADS suspension, which is the automatic level suspension with the hydraulic fluid in it. I have my Star Diagnostics computer set up, and I'm gonna sort of follow along with their sort of factory step-by-step. It always gets pretty convoluted and a lot of special tools and that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna make this kind of my own trip, but I'll use that as a guide and we'll kind of see how it goes. So my estimate for this was that it would be about 4 hours, I think, on my other video to get this done. It's about 11 o'clock here in Nashville. Hopefully we can get this done in 4 hours. There's a lot of parts that have to come out just to get to the power steering pump. I imagine it'll be quite a bit of a hassle to get to some of the lines, but let's get started. Okay, YouTube, still the same shirt, so same day. This is actually about 2 hours in, maybe 2 hours and 10 minutes in, and we're about ready to pull this pump out of here. But here we are. See if I can set this up here. Just pull the coil lead off of the center of the distributor cap. Get it out of your way. I've got it bungeed over there with everything else. See if I can prop this camera up. Feel free to cheer when this comes out of there. Ready? Alrighty then. Very awesome. All right, so this is our, let's do it this way. Old pump, new pump. Everything matches up. Looks like it's going to snap right on there. Various warning labels in place. So all in all, that wasn't too bad. Actually, if I had to rate that versus the one that I did for the R230, the 03 SL500 ABC pump, I'd say this was easier, especially if I would have taken that distributor cap out of the way first. So install is going to be basically in reverse, but definitely catch up with me when I bleed this system, because I think there's various warnings we have to worry about with bleeding the system to make sure the new pump maintains its warranty. Alrighty then, the pump's out, it's on the ground, everything is ready to be reassembled, but I'm not going to be able to finish this today. One shirt, still one shirt. It's not my fault. I'm going to use the oldest mechanic excuse in the world. I'm going to be waiting on parts. Because check out this hose. I'm sure this is probably where my power steering leak was coming from on this part. Right here. All right. What do you think? See that hose just expanding when you roll it over? I'm sure it was weeping out of there under any kind of pressure, especially the pressure that the power steering and or ADS system would be under. So I'm gonna have to get that hose. I don't trust myself to make that one. It just has too many curves in it, and I think it would kink or whatever, so oil leaking out. I will track down that hose. I'll include a part number for that hose in case you need it too in this video, but I'll pick it up from there with a different shirt on. Alrighty, so with my day job taken away from a little bit and, you know, just basic running around, I escaped and went fishing for a couple days. We're back here at the car cave and we are going to get this ADS pump reinstalled on the Mercedes. We're going to install the valve block. We have the 4 hydrogen spheres already installed, and hopefully we can get this thing fired up today and at least get some idea of where our suspension is. So let's get started. Well, YouTube, we did it. We fixed the ADS suspension on this 94 Mercedes SL600. Whew! Everything took longer than I thought it would, of course, right? pro mechanics could knock this out probably in half a day. It took me, if I'm being honest, 2.5 days of actual working and 3 weeks of diagnostic parts. But we have a running, functioning Mercedes SL600 with suspension that is not down on the floor. So it's just awesome. No leaks so far. I've led the system. Everything looks good there. Show you the other side just to prove that it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. So remember when it came in, it was just sitting down on the fenders. Matter of fact, the fenders are a little bit scratched up because they were sitting, the weight of the car was sitting on them. So it's done with this part. There is so much more left to do on this car. The obligatory check engine light is on. I swapped the mass airflow sensors left and right, so it looks like one of the mass airflow sensors is bad. I discovered a massive oil leak by the starter, which doesn't make any sense to me when I started it up here, so we're going to diagnose that. I'm sure there's many other things besides the most kooky part of it. I don't know, I don't think that muffler's going to make it, or that bumper's going to make it very long. So that's a problem. But it is running, it's driving. I've moved it, drove it around the shop. It's encouraging. So I'm glad to finally be able to get a video posted, and we will keep going on this car. Thanks a lot.